guys, I'm Miss Jam and we're going to be playing with pottery today. I'll be your crazy art teacher. We're going to be making a pinch pot today, so grab your clay. Alright, so in your box you're going to find some clay. We'll pull that out, get a good clean surface to work on, find some water to keep it moist, and maybe find something to smooth it out when we're done making our pinch pot. Alright, first off we're going to knead the clay, but before that we're going to make sure it's good and moist but not like too wet that it's all slimy. So I'm just gonna spray it, or you can just like dip your fingers in the water and move it around. When you knead it, it's gonna mix in, it'll be good. A good way to knead it is to just throw it on the table. So you just want to get all the air bubbles out. And then it's almost like bread too, so you can just knead it that way. In addition, or instead, it's starting to get a little dry and crackly, so I'm gonna add a little more water and knead it. Once it looks fairly smooth, we're just gonna form it into a ball. So you can just like rotate it and just keep smacking it to even out the sides. Like throwing a ball back and forth in your hands. And if you see cracks, you can just smooth it out with your thumb. Just cover it over. Once it's a fairly good ball, you're just gonna poke your thumb in the center and then start pinching out with these fingers. And just keep rotating it so you can make an even-sided bowl. See, it's getting wider as we pinch up. I'm gonna add some more water since it's getting some cracks in it. Then we'll pinch some more, keep moving it around. And if you put it on the table, it'll get a flat bottom. So that's the bottom of your bowl then. And then we're just gonna keep evening out the sides. We don't want it too thick. The thicker it is, the more likely it is to blow up in the kiln with air bubbles. That's why we don't want air bubbles, so it doesn't blow up in the kiln. You guys aren't gonna be able to put yours in the kiln, but this is good practice for next summer when you can come. Alright, so now that we've got the bowl to about the thickness that we want around the outside, we're gonna start smoothing it down. I brought in a spoon because spoons can like really smooth it down and make it really shiny. Also a sponge is good for smoothing it down. Just moisten that, squeeze it out, and then you can flip your bowl over. And also, if you flip it over and then sort of twist it around gently, that'll like make it even on the top. So then you can see where you can smooth it down there. So we'll just moisten that and smooth it down. See how we're already getting rid of lumps. You can use your fingers or the spoon. I learned to make circles. Like sometimes you might color something in making circles so you don't see the lines. It sort of gets shiny the more you do that. And then we'll just keep working around. I'll flip it over and work on the inside again. And this lip. Getting a lot smoother, not as lumpy for my fingers. Making the bottom, I like to smooth it around, like make a circle in the bottom with my thumb or with the sponge. All right, and then the lip gets smoothed. cracks with your fingers or a sponge or a spoon, you've got them all. If you want to be really fancy, you can sort of make a base, like a fancy base at the bottom of your bowl by like twisting the spoon around. You can sort of carve out extra stuff or just smooth it down so you can scrape it off. Just set that aside. If you're storing the clay, you're gonna wanna make sure it doesn't dry out, because then you won't be able to use it again. Once it dries out, that's when it would be ready for the kiln, and you wouldn't be able to work it again after it's like completely dried. So you can like just add a little water to your Ziploc bag if you want to work with it later, so that it doesn't get all crusty. Yeah. There's a quick pinch pot for you. The more you work it, the smoother it'll be.